It's I got some shit to say. The podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop because trust us, we never do. All we do is work. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squints.
That's right. R.I.P.
Whizzle fizzle.
Forever and always. With me today. Fuck yeah, man. What's up, Chaddy Bobby?
ChadArmsTV.com.
What up, man? It's your boy Chad Arms, a.k.a. Fatty Bobby.
Fatty Bobby. I don't disagree, bro. Well, don't say that.
Swaggy Bobby?
There you go.
People don't say swaggy.
I feel like I resemble a fly. The fly from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Well, the glasses aren't that big, but you're close.
It's the color, I think, that does it.
It probably is.
It's the summer joints, bro. I told Chaddy I bought them. I got these to drive around in.
These are my drive around shades.
Yeah, these are my driving shades.
Being able to wear sunglasses again.
Absolutely.
I reflect back on.
Why is the fucking TV on?
Why did I say it like I was goddamn telling a story in the 1700s?
I'm fucking glad Chad's here. Feels like Chad hadn't been here in forever.
I reflect back, and I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Oh, when we talked about when my first episode without glasses, and I had the sunglasses on, and I said they were made from Tesla Cybertruck.
Oh, yeah, facts. I remember. That was the name of the episode. Tesla Cybertruck.
Long time to get to that destination, but we got there. We took the scenic route.
Yep, sure did.
Yep.
All the way around the block to go next door.
Yep.
Yeah, welcome back, Chaddy.
Is this what episode is this? 298.
298. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah, it's super dope.
We've been doing this podcast shit long.
Going on 4 years.
4 years.
It'll be 4 years, July 21st.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's either 21st, 23rd. I don't know. It's on our website.
21st.
Yeah,
actually 20. Yeah,
right.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, I'm stoked about that 300, man.
Yeah, dude, 300 is gonna be it's gonna be dope, man. Just 300 episodes in general.
It has been recorded. That's all we'll say.
It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see.
Yeah.
But 298, bro. I figured Chaddy pull up and give us a rundown. The guy's been working. Like a lot of people have, I think, got used to me kind of just sitting here randomly without you guys now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's totally fine. But I always hold the co-host down. But at the same time, Jay's been working, dog.
Yeah, dude, we're a quarter of we're almost we're more than a quarter of a way through the year.
Well, hang on, pause. When we're recording this, we're 1 week away from the 5th release of this year from Chad Arms. Yeah, right? There it is. Yeah. Next week, you guys pre-save right now in the description below.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Habits 2 featuring Leroy Biggs, or featuring the joint album from Chad and Leroy.
Me and Leroy's been trying to put this album out we dropped Bad Habits 1 in September of 2021, and we've had 5 of these 8 songs that are on Bad Habits 2. They've been finished for almost 3 years.
I don't want to talk about it too much because y'all know how this works. 299 is going to be a Bad Habits 2 episode with our friend Leroy. It better fucking be.
Yeah, well, we'll get it done regardless, but hopefully we'll have the kid with us.
Yeah, for sure. But we'll definitely dive into that album then. But so far this year, Chad, what's it been? January.
So January we dropped Gray-Headed Goat 4.
Classic.
And, that's what we kicked off the year with the 12 albums and 12 months deal.
God, that's so crazy, bro.
And then in classic o.n.e. and Chad fashion, we dropped me and One's third collab album, Brady and Moss. We drop it Super Bowl weekend. We drop it the Friday before the Super Bowl every year.
Instant classic.
Which we'll do another one next year, same thing. But we dropped Brady and Moss in February 7th. I think it's the best one. It's my favorite of the 3. I think we get better with each one.
I agree.
And the fact that we had to do it the way we did was kind of crazy because it was like a last minute thing because it was
really was.
Everybody was sick. It was just the time of year.
Yeah.
March 7th, me and Fury dropped Goats, which is still doing
killing
really
it.
good. Yeah. Believe in Me and God Bless the Plug and the one with Jambo are still doing really, really well.
Right. Shout out to Believe in Me. Believe in Me, Chaddy's first 1 million view video.
Absolutely, man. And we got a couple that's on its tail. We got Anxiety is about to hit a milli.
Hell yeah.
And Let Me Drown's about to hit a milli. So
hell yeah.
Those are catching up. But salute to Fury, man. I'm very proud of how that album came along, man.
You should be.
He's been one of my favorites for a long time, just
Shout
as far
Fury.
as a rapper goes.
What was that, March?
March 7th.
Shout Shaq.
Yep.
Cut the check, Shaq.
Shaq gummies, dude. Shaq's just dipping his toe and everything.
They're
I love
enormous.
it, dude.
But while Chad's giving y'all a rundown, I'm gonna fucking bite on one of these bitches.
Yeah, and so the plan was to drop every 4 weeks, right? Or,
Yeah.
So me and
That's
Jambo.
so crazy, Chad.
Yeah, me and Jambo dropped. We was gonna drop April the 11th. We was gonna drop Potluck, right?
Okay.
Then it became a reality that we were getting a feature from the Great Clever. So I was like, well, fuck that. We'll push the album back.
Yeah, you haven't talked about this on camera.
Yeah. So we dropped the album April 25th, and it's going crazy still, especially the one with 501 Bryce. Shout out to Bryce. The one with Lil White.
Shout out Bryce. Shout out White.
Yeah.
That was a bad decision. To eat that on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Golly.
Shaq gummies don't play around, dude.
Man,
Shaq goes
they're
big.
enormous.
Shaq goes hard in the paint, literally. But yeah, man, that brings us to bad habits. You know, I've been ready whenever, but Leroy's been getting everything together. He's been taking care of family and doing the personal thing and just trying to get back in the swing of the music thing.
But he's
Because
back.
life hit him pretty hard the last couple of years, just from different angles. So he's finally back at it. He hit me up and was saying, "I'm ready to get back at it and do this." And I was like, "Cool." We booked a couple studio sessions,
Knock that thing out.
finished it up. So
23rd, pre-save link below.
yeah, it'll
Do
be
that.
dropping next week. 8 songs. We did Bad Habits 1. We had 7 songs. So me and Leroy are probably gonna try to keep our collab projects about that 7 to 8 song, just because it just kind of works better.
It ain't like you ain't put out enough music thus far.
Yeah, because me and Jambo's album was 19 songs.
Yeah,
So,
and still killing it. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, with you and Fury, same shit. And
Yeah.
Ready to Go 4. And
I got big plans for Grey Headed Goat. So Grey Headed Goat 5 will be the last one we drop this year.
that's December.
Yeah, and it's gonna be
Okay,
it's
fun
gonna
fact.
be an all-star weekend.
I don't think Chaddy's really announced anything past the current months. Like, when the month kind of breaks, that's when y'all kind of get, like, usually within that first 7-10 days of the month is when you're going to learn what's happened, unless he announces it here or one of his lives or some shit like that. But
Yeah.
12th, the 12th month, we know now we get Ready to Go Volume 5.
And that'll be the last of the Grey Headed Goats. We're gonna end it with that, and then I can start up something else.
New series or something.
Yeah, but leaving it at 5, I think is a cool way to do it, and
Especially with
ending the year.
especially with how fast the first 3 happened. You know what I mean? The Gray had got 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
They were so kind of together.
Oh yeah,
you know
1
what I'm
was
saying?
July, 2 was September,
Yeah.
3 was November, and 4 was January.
See what I'm saying? That's what it was kind of shifted the other way, but still they were kind of grouped together. So to space out the last one and it just be the last one, be dope. That'd be super dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Chaddy been working. Proud of you, Bubba. Tons of visuals, new visuals out. It seems like every week something's rolling out with you. It's dope though.
Yeah, well, this week we dropped the new single from me and Leroy's out, Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, available now and a visual.
we got
There's a lyric video
for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Planned on shooting the music video, but weather was not letting it happen when we was trying to do it. So
Yeah, because we were going to do that one in the trenches.
so we threw a lyric video out, but we will have a music video drop the day the album drops.
Facts.
For the
Stay tuned
intro.
for that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's the name of the intro?
Dollywood Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite one on the album.
Yeah, y'all be sure to tune in next week for the actual Bad Habits 2 episode, man. It's just going to be epic. While we're on the music shit, let's steer away from Showing Proof for a minute. What about that Lido and Trip, bro?
Bro, so we can talk about this. We haven't got to talk about this yet.
We haven't.
The album is crazy.
The album is insane.
Lido, I've been very vocal about this. He's been in my top 5. I've said this 100 times on the podcast, and it's in its 300 episode history.
Facts.
And Lido and Trip both were always guests that we was always hoping we could get. Lido especially,
Facts.
just for him being a Nashville guy, and the fact that we got them both on the pod, separate episodes, but just iconic in itself. But I want to say now, I don't.
One of them said it, dude.
I
know where you're going with this.
In the Trip episode, because we had Trip before Lido.
We asked
Trip. Did we have a Trip before Lido? We did, right?
Yes, we had Trip before Lido.
We asked Trip before Lido.
Will there be a Stepbrothers 4?
And he confirmed.
Yes, he did. Not immediately.
But he did. And I want to
did.
say that may have been the first thing on the internet confirming.
I'm pretty
Step Brothers
sure.
for
We
life.
should find that clip.
Yeah.
Throw that out.
And then of course when we had Lido on, which was we turned
Soon
into
after,
2
too.
episodes.
Yeah, that was soon after. Yeah, shout out Lido, man. Shout out Trip, too.
Shout
Absolute.
out Fate.
Yeah, shout out Fate.
Fate got on that episode, the second one, and it's just dope, man.
It really is.
So
Good for the
Step
city.
Brothers 4 finally comes out, and it's doing great, and I couldn't be happier for them too. But Squints calls me one day and was like, bro, what are you doing to the end of this day? And I was like, nothing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And so you want to tell him about that?
Well, shout out Logan Garrett. Logan Garrett hit us
Shout out
up.
Logan Garrett, the GOAT.
Yeah. Well, in reality, once we get there, it's kind of more like open perspective of what was happening. But shout out to everyone involved. But Logan Garrett hit us up and asked, and included Chad in the conversation, like telling me to reach out to Chad and make sure that we show up for a private listening party of Stepbrothers 4. Mm-hmm. And it was dope. It was a.
That's the move, bro.
Yeah. It really is.
That listening party was so cool.
It really was. It was cool.
Yeah, it was so cool. The vibe of it was dope.
It was. It was dope as fuck.
It was the Sunday before the album dropped.
Facts.
Yeah.
But it was classy.
Catered.
You know catered and shit.
Food.
Yeah, drinks, shit. Like everybody having a good time, but it was the faces you wanted. The faces you needed to be in that room were there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I hate like crazy that we missed Fate. Because
I do
we
too.
was wondering where Fate was at. And shout out to Fate. We got to get him back over here.
Facts. He's welcome here anytime.
Yeah.
But I hate the fact that we
had to leave. And
yes,
he pulled up after we left.
And we were asking like, I wonder where Fate's at. You know what I mean? Type shit. And then like Chad said, we had to leave at a certain time. But damn it, man, what happened after we left?
Bruh, I was so mad. I was
me
like, bruh,
too.
Because so here's the thing. It was like 7:15, and me and Squints were like, well, they said they're just gonna play the album again. We heard the album.
And we watched the
had
documentary.
Stuff we had going on, so we was like, we'll just head back.
Yeah, we stayed till the documentary was over. Then we got out of there
because it started getting busy. Everybody was fellowshipping and stuff. So we hollered at everybody, and then we headed out. And then I see stories because I didn't want to be the guy that was filming the whole time, bro.
Facts.
I wanted to use my camera and film, but everybody they had their families there and stuff. So I was like, I was just enjoying the moment of being there.
Yeah, me too.
But they shot music videos there.
But man, we saw some faces in there too,
dude,
boy.
And shout out to Lido because
shout out Lido.
The day the album dropped, I get tagged by him in an IG post, and it was one of the random pictures somebody took of them doing a music video clip.
I saw you.
And I'm just chilling in the back. You're next to me, but you're behind somebody.
Yeah, you see my head.
It was just cool, man.
It was super dope. Shout out to everybody involved. Just I don't know, man. Pretty much everyone involved with the album was in the building. But to pull up and see like we got to see Trapper Mandel. Trapper Mandel was there. Red Dot.
Big Top. Shout out to him. I finally got to meet him. Got to meet Dot. That's always been a guy.
Yeah, I haven't met Dot either. Paper was in the building. Drummer Boy. Like I said, I could go on and on and on. I'm gonna miss a million
Red
people.
On the beat.
Shout out
Red on the beat.
Vac. Shout out Red on the beat for real.
I took one picture. This was crazy. I took one picture the entire thing, and it was me and Vac.
Hell yeah, the picture you could have got with anybody with him anytime.
Me and Vac got a bunch of pictures, but we was posted up together like by the bar or whatever. Just chilling and just talking. I was like, man, I got to get a picture of that, dude. That's my dog.
But all the top creators from the city, like everybody was in the building. It was good to see everybody
Cook Up. We saw Cook Up.
We did see Cook Up, man.
Yeah. Shout out him, man.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Eddie Valero. Eddie Valero was in the building.
Valero, yeah. He had a lot going on, so I didn't get to say what's up to him, but I know you did. But shout out to Eddie, man. I'm glad to see him getting on that tour with them, too.
Yeah, that is dope, right?
That's
shout
dope.
Out Coop. Yeah, shout out to everybody in attendance. It was dope. But shout out Logan Garrett, 1,000,000%. Dollar White. Shout out Dollar White.
Yep.
Yeah. I had a vape in my hand.
Where does Stepbrothers for life? Where does Stepbrothers for life rank in your Stepbrothers?
I like 2 a lot, but 4 it's up there, bro. It really is.
I'm gonna go 1, 4, 2, 3, and I love them all.
Yeah, it's all about pick your poison. Shout out Stepbrothers.
But that first one,
this new one to me,
they're a lot. I mean, it's a lot more of a mature album. You know what I'm saying? Because they're 14 years.
You know what? In reality, what it is? Yeah, 14 years. Ain't that? That's wild.
2011, I think, bro.
That one record that's on there though that talks about like their whole yeah. Shout out to those guys, bro. I wish I could get them in here together. That would be dope.
Royal Rumble was crazy.
Yeah, to hear all that shit though, a little early was dope, bro. But what's dope about my current playlist, y'all know the playlist I talk about all the time. Currently, the way it sits in rotation is the first X amount of songs is the full Stepbrothers 4 album. Shout out Lido and Trip.
Mm-hmm.
Then it leads into some kid named 501 Bryce. I've downloaded his shit.
Bro,
Camo and Chrome.
It's crazy, bro.
That shit's wild, bro. Shout out Bryce, bro. That's a talented young cat right there, bro. And Bryce needs to pull up. We got to talk.
Shout out FJ, bro. FJ dropped a dope album.
Shout out FJ.
There was a lot of people that dropped that same day, bro. The Stepbrothers album dropped. Bryce dropped his EP.
It's funny when we talk about people who's been on the show. Like Bryce is, you know, he's the new guy, or I won't say new guy. He's just, you know, he's the thing right now. And with Chad's relations with Bryce, I have no doubt he'll be here soon enough. There's some things brewing amongst. Chad's got a show booked with him an hour down the road.
Me and Bryce got a show booked. Salute to Squints, because Squints is the one that put that in motion. With those guys. Game infested.
Yeah. Cookville's on.
With the Revolver Club. You see a lot of these shows happening in that.
That was where Ego and Joe Tyler and them did that show with Zach Smith that I spoke about a couple of episodes ago. But anyway.
Go ahead.
July 19th, that goes down. Tickets available now for that. But I'm sure we'll get an opportunity, hopefully around that time, to sit down with Bryce. I'm kind of like speaking that into existence. But yeah, shout out Bryce. But Camo and Chrome, that's fire, bro. I enjoy that.
He's got so much. When I went up there, or when I went down to Arkansas to shoot the video for Business with me, him, and Jambo, I got down there before Jambo and them did, right? So it was me, Bryce, and his brother Corbett, who shoots all of his videos.
Yeah.
And we were shooting some reels and stuff, and just talking to Bryce, and I knew that. I mean, he had already told me that this EP was coming.
Yeah.
But bro, he's got so many songs in the I mean, he's probably 60, 70 songs.
Good.
In the cut.
That's dope.
That ain't even so. Shout out to him, bro. He's killing it, man. And also, I want to shout out Lil White. Him and DJ Paul dropped a really dope single together.
Big facts. What's the name of that record?
Drugs in Me on Cello Drive. I don't know if that's how you say that. I'll just say Drugs in Me because I don't want to say the other part wrong. But it's DJ Paul and Lil White.
Yeah.
And it's really dope.
Shout White.
Yeah, man. It's dope to see White still getting love shown, because Lil White shows me so much love and always has, and has never not shown me the most love. So
it's my friend Patrick.
Yeah, that's my dog, man. I'm happy for him too, and
he calls me Joshua.
Yeah, I'm just glad to see him doing so well, bro. You know, and it took him kind of making changes lifestyle wise to make everything fall into place. You know.
Yeah. But
everything is, bro, and he couldn't be happier, and I couldn't be happier for him.
Me either, dude. I love Lil White. I love you. I'm so proud of you. What I was gonna say though, when I started talking about Bryce, is when you mentioned FJ Outlaw. Shout out FJ Outlaw.
Yeah.
When people talk, when somebody asks me who I want on the show, probably my initial response right now is Bryce. But another name that I find myself saying is FJ Outlaw.
FJ's cool, bro.
And but listen, remember.
Yeah, he's been on before.
He's been on, but he hasn't, because we had him it's the only Zoom call. Well, actually, the first episode ever was of the show with Kilmer. But the only time I think we did a Zoom call.
Just when Leroy would FaceTime.
Yeah, or Lex or somebody like that. Yeah, there's clips of that type shit. But the only guest we had call in and we talked to for a few minutes. That was so long ago. I'd love to sit down with FJ now. A lot's changed for him.
Yeah, he when we sat down and did that interview, when I interviewed him when we were doing the country rap studio stuff, and I was interviewing him and my boy Jeff McCool from Moccasin Creek.
Shout out Jeff McCool.
Yeah, that's my dog, man.
Camo and Chrome.
Yeah, Camo and Chrome, dude.
Sorry.
The FJ's got a really dope story, and FJ's just he's always been dope musically, and he's entertaining too. So it would definitely be something. I'm sure he'd be down for it.
But seat yours anytime, Bubba. I'd love to have you here and just have the proper sit down with you, because I want to say that episode was like a real episode, like hour or whatever, and the phone conversation was only like half of it.
Yeah, because he was having an issue with his headphones or something.
Right. Fuck all that shit, man. I'd love to sit down with FJ. But yeah, that's dope, man. A lot of new music out, all that good shit. But we got into that rabbit hole as soon as we mentioned Stepbrothers 4, because that shit's
it's really good, man. I'm proud of them guys. They went #1 on iTunes. Very deserving. I mean, they beat out a lot of big artists, you know, and the album speaks for itself, man. And it was cool to get to see that kind of experience and know that we were thought of to go be at that situation.
Just to be considered to be amongst those people.
Yeah, that was love, because the first thing they said when they got the microphone is, salute to everybody that showed up. If y'all are here, we value y'all as friends or family, and we appreciate y'all for showing up. So that was real, bro, because you're talking about two guys, and me and Squints, that have always been fans of these guys as artists.
Big facts.
Knowing
Huge facts.
You know, they're our peers and friends now. It's just dope, man.
Yeah, exactly. Just to be involved with that type conversation is pretty humbling. You know what I'm saying?
I remember when I went to Lito's fucking album release, that Volume 5 album.
You told him about it when he was on the pod. Chad told him about it.
The fucking belt. What was those
Hell
belts?
Yeah. What did it say? It was like an LED belt.
It was an LED belt.
It was you and somebody else.
My boy Casper.
Yeah, shout Casper.
we had belts that was promoting our mixtapes, bro.
The first time,
it was the most cornball.
bro. Here's
ever.
my
Look at
cornball
that.
thing. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Fun fact. First time I ever stepped foot into Clear Channel Radio building, I was probably like 13, 14 years old. I had won a prize on 92Q, top 9 at 9.
Shout out.
I was probably like 14.
Okay.
And me and my homie walked into the 92Q in khaki dicky suits.
Fire.
Fire.
But
Gangsta.
I'll give you an out. You were 14.
I was young
was
as fuck.
21.
Yeah, you're okay. Still got the belt.
It didn't last long after
Didn't
that.
last long.
Anyway, it was one of those things that took the mall kiosks by storm.
Okay.
And then, alongside of a lot of other things that were terrible, but that didn't seem to last that long. I graduated to wearing fake jewelry shortly after that. So we kind of upgraded from rhinestone LED belts to, you know what I mean? You kind of got to upgrade, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was, it's just wild how things have come full circle.
Yeah,
with
for
the
sure.
Music shit.
Dude, yeah, especially with that. The music shit for me to watch is insane. You know what I'm saying? And then when I think about like the platform we've built right alongside of it with the show for 300 fucking episodes in 4 years, and like to be able to like take, like even today, like even just to stop for a second, and me and Chad come to our office where we shoot our pod and we do a lot of content, et cetera, whatever. But it is kind of like our little hub over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just kind of like all we got to do nowadays is just sit down and hit record and talk about things that's happened over the past week or two. And it's all like relative shit and good stuff. But yeah, at the same time, like 4 years ago or even 20 years ago when we were doing shows wherever, I didn't think it'd be, you know what I mean? Like when
I know exactly what you're saying.
You see
If you
what
would
I'm
told me
saying?
in 2021,
we'd be at the exclusive.
we would be where we're at
Yeah.
now. We would have 300 episodes of a podcast. We'd have our own podcast office. We'd
Chad be
going-
dropping an album every month.
I'd be at 100,000 monthly listeners.
Facts.
We'd have 100,000 YouTube subscribers.
That's for you.
I
bro.
would have said, man, this is, and it's wild how you look at something, right? 4 years ago, I would have looked at where we're at now and been like, oh, we made it, bro.
Facts.
But see, now we made it to where we wanted to be 4 years ago. Now we're like, oh, we're looking at
Yeah, it feels like we're just getting started
10
every other
times.
day.
Yeah, because
Like,
it's like, well, I'm actually doing it for real.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we did what we was doing before with me kind of doing it.
right.
You know?
I totally
So,
agree, bro. But it's surreal as fuck. But it's just, makes it fun again, man. If you
It's
ask
all
me.
part of it, bro. And the whole camp's back to, everybody. I was hoping one of the many reasons I decided to do this album a month is for one to prove a point, but also to build up my catalog and all of that good stuff. But it also was to motivate my squad, though, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was to motivate, show and prove, to be like, bro, we all gonna level up, bro. Y'all just got to start dropping. Everybody just got to be consistent.
Yeah.
Everybody's going through shit. We all are, but like whatever I can do to help, let's do it.
Yeah.
And if I need to lead by example by doing this, then I'll do that and see what happens. And to see all the guys starting to come, starting to kind of want to really start dropping. One's been consistent,
Shot one.
but like knowing Leroy's back in the mix with dropping, he's already working on a solo album with Dub.
Shot 10. He just
10
won the
Man's
Dub
next
Challenge.
solo album is dropping soon. Me and him got a collab album dropping soon.
And he just won the Dub 30-30 Challenge.
Yeah, it was three of them that won.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No, he was one of them though. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was him, TJ Sanders, and Ty the Tyrant, and all three of them snapped. So
Shout out to those
them.
guys.
Yeah. But
I think
Yeah,
I
man,
follow
Sam.
one of those guys. I think I follow Ty the Tyrant.
yeah, he's super dope. But to see all the guys doing that, man, and then knowing that Twax, he's dropped 2 projects of older songs.
Available now.
And he's working on, me and him we're doing collab albums all year with the camp. So I'm excited about it, man. I'm just glad to see everybody.
There's a lot going to happen before the end of the year.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
I'm
For
excited
sure.
about it, though.
Me too, man. It's just I was looking at it at the beginning of the year and I was like, man, what did I just say? What did I just agree to? What did I just say I was going to do? Now I got to do the shit. Now I got to show and prove, because if I don't, I'm a whole bitch liar. And you know what I mean? I'm not living by the label whatsoever.
Right.
So we're 5 albums. We're 5 for 5, dude.
Yeah. Definitely 5 for 5. And I know, yeah.
Yeah.
You're good, bro. For the
Yeah,
rest, I already
we're
know.
in good
Because
shape.
I know the projected releases, and
Yeah.
we're solid. The shit's it's going to go
And the
for the remainder of the year.
The most important thing about all this, man, is it's giving the fans what they want. The fans want music, bro. They
Bro,
want,
it got it all since this fucking embarkment, bro. You've
Shout out Embarkment.
Yeah, for sure. But you literally just yesterday we were celebrating your first 1 million view video. Like all the viral moments that's happened over since the beginning of the year, just for Chad Arms and his music, period. Like it's all like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all happening right now because of the momentum and because of the consistency and just staying on their neck with it, bro.
Yeah.
And with vows to do it for the other half of the year, come on, bro. It's just more pressure. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what kind of list y'all make, what kind of it doesn't. None of that shit matters.
No,
None of it. None of that shit matters because some stupid fuck makes that list every time. No disrespect to whatever list y'all are referring to or think I'm talking about. None of that shit matters.
Right.
But I promise you, every time they're inaccurate as fuck, and it's somebody's biased fucking opinion that don't mean jack shit except for on that list that they put out anonymously. This shit's ridiculous, right? It really is. That's just my personal opinion. Fuck a list. Every time we're not involved, even as a media outlet, even as Chad Arms TV as a media outlet, or any of my guys as Show and Prove or rappers or whatever the fuck, if y'all don't include us, bro, it's okay. We're good. Like, it doesn't matter. It never has. It never fucking will. It's just laughed at. It's hilarious.
It's all about the work to me, man. Like,
and it don't slow it down. Like, that's the point.
Well,
and our numbers go up,
the
dog.
most recent list is not even applicable to me because I'm not a country rapper. So
Facts. But there's still I have arguments there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have arguments there. I really do. There's tons of arguments within that fucking list, bro. And and I'm not I don't rap at all like that. Like, give me a fucking break. Man. But
stay tuned, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, yeah, dude.
But it is what it is. Like, I look at it like, I see stuff like that, and that's just, I say that stuff is just part of the game, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if we were playing in the NFL, they do the same thing. They'll have analysts that'll have lists.
Yeah, it's like it's like getting your Madden rating.
Yeah, it's this exactly. What would my rating be?
A Madden rating?
Like, if we're doing music, what would Chad Arms?
Bro,
be?
An 88.
Hey, I'll go with that.
I think that's just like being
that's on the All-Star team, bro. That's
yeah,
all,
you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no 99s in this game.
No.
Like to be up there, to be like I bet the highest ranked one would be like 96, 97.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then even then you start getting biased.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, man.
At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what anybody says about none of it.
Yeah, it always goes back to the music. I've been saying that from during all this stuff that goes on the internet, and
yeah, there could be a million overlooks or non-mentions, or it doesn't even make a fuck about a list format. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter an award show, a fucking having a local show and not involving someone. Like, I don't give a fuck what it is. I really fucking don't care. I don't give a fuck, because no matter what kind of moves are made or whatever opinions are said or whatever shit comes out, we're good. It doesn't matter. Nothing ever changes anything. It just makes us want to work harder.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this so long, man. We've been doing this. I mean, I've been releasing music for 21 years, but we've been showing proof since 2006, and it's always been
come on, man.
The same thing. It's just more now. It's just we're way more locked in now, and we're more mature and professional with what we do. But it's always about the music. It'll always be about the music. That's what the fans want.
Shout out to the fans.
The supporters, fans, I don't like that word.
Right.
But like the supporters, it's all about giving the supporters what they want, because if we're releasing music and nobody's listening to it, I don't care what anybody says, you want people to listen to it or you wouldn't make it.
Facts.
And that's with any artist. With music, with paint, like, if you're painting a picture, you want people to see it.
Yeah.
You're not just going to paint it and just not show it. You know what I mean? I mean, you can, but most of the time, if people record music, they want people to hear it and give them feedback and like it and shit. So
true, I totally get it.
That's all it is. We just keep our head down and keep going, man.
Yeah, and keep watching the numbers go.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Stock just keeps rising.
Yeah.
Say what you want, overlook, doesn't mention. It doesn't matter. Numbers keep going up.
Because by the end of the year, it's not. I mean, it's already becoming a situation now where it's hard to deny what I'm doing. But by the end of the year, there's no way you can deny it. There's
right.
You just won't be able to. And if you do, then I mean, you're just hating.
I totally agree. Look, from my seat, 300 episodes. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking 4 years of this shit every Friday consistently for 4 fucking years of my life.
Yeah.
Never missed it.
Well, not only that, I mean,
But you don't.
There was 2 years where we were doing 2 episodes a week, motherfuckers.
Sure, we won't even mention that.
Mondays and Fridays. Now, you're talking about these are every single one of these episodes, with the exception of one,
Yeah.
was in studio.
Facts.
There was one that was a Skype one,
Yeah.
and it was me and you, Mr. 100K, or
It was like snowed in or some shit.
no, it was when I hit 100,000 views on Anxiety, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it was just me and you.
Yeah.
That's the only time we did that because it was some issue with the weather. I can't.
It was the weather, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but we've done 300 or 298 episodes, and really we've done 300 because there was some half ones, bonus episodes.
Sure.
And they've all been in studio, whether it was here or the other studio in the garage.
All facts. But like the caliber of guests and like I mean, just all the content all together, bro. Like you can't fuck anybody. I don't care. Fuck y'all. Not y'all. I love y'all. But you know what I mean.
Haters, bro. That's just what they do, man. You got to have them. If everybody was just nice to us like you'd get tired of that.
Oh, they are when they see us.
That's because the internet's not real.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the internet's not real. It's just the internet's the internet, and then real life's the opposite.
Did we name this episode? How long have we been sitting here?
I don't know. It's probably good to go though.
Yeah, we're probably good.
Yeah. But long story short, Chad Arms, Leroy Biggs,
Pre-save link.
pre-save link for Bad Habit 2. God, stroke. Pre-save link for Bad Habits 2 in the description and in the comments.
Big
also,
facts.
new single, Chad Arms, Leroy Biggs, Sleepy Hollow, out on all streaming platforms right now. We recorded that song at the end of 2022, and I'm glad it's finally out because I love that fucking song.
Big facts, man. Y'all be sure to tune in next week for the Bad Habits rundown. We'll give y'all that and break down the album like we do for every show and pre-release. And then episode 300 right around the corner. Don't miss it.
Yeah, buddy.
July 19th, like Chad said, he's in Cookeville, Tennessee. There's a lot of shit popping. I'm on the road with Ego for 4 or 5 dates. Like, we're moving. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Y'all know what it is, man.
Stamped.
Big stamp. Chaddy Bobby, Squint 615. So I got shit side podcast. ChadOnTV.com. Chaddy.
Bitch, we got views.